Hey everyone, it's Mike. I'm back again with another episode of Vinyl Finds. I was gone for a couple of weeks, not making any videos. Last weekend I was busy. My girlfriend and I drove out to California to see Beach House in concert at the Greek Theater, and that was an amazing show. It was so worth the trip. They weren't coming to Phoenix this year, so we had to go to them since they weren't coming to us. And it was at the Greek Theater outdoors, beautiful venue, never been there before for a show. It's right there in Griffith Park, surrounded by trees, by forest, and there's this little amphitheater in the middle of all the trees, and it was just beautiful. It was a starry night, clear skies, chilly. It was actually got pretty damn cold at night, and I was just wearing a hoodie, but I was pretty cold. And beautiful, just amazing concert. Beach House is just so freaking amazing. They get better all the time. I've been listening to their new album so much. And I predicted that it would become my favorite Beach House album, and that prediction has come true. So I guess I'm some kind of prophet, but they're just awesome, and I'm so glad we went. It was our first concert together as a couple, and I think I picked the right concert to go to for sure, because we're both really into this band. So anyway, Beach House last weekend. Go check them out if you get a chance to. I don't know if they're like in Europe right now, but if they come back around, I have a feeling they're going to do another U.S. Tour before they start working on a new album. So if you get a chance in the future, definitely go check them out because they're just amazing. Their opening band was really good too. We were really amazed at how great. It was a woman named Ami Dang. She plays the sitar. She's from Baltimore, which is where Beach House is from. And sitar music, but it's she infuses it with this really heavy moog and drone kind of sounds, really heavy electronic mixed with the sitar. So it's this old and new combined, and really interesting composition. She also sings in some of the songs. It was a perfect kind of mood setter for the Beach House show. So we were just both really just mesmerized by her music, and just really instant fans. When I got back from Arizona, I looked her up. You can stream her on Spotify pretty easily, all her stuff. But vinyl is hard to find. I was able to find one of her records on vinyl, and this is it, called Parked Planes. It's a instrumental, so it's just the sitar and the synthesizer Moog stuff going on. I've given it a few listens so far, and it's really good. I don't recognize any of the songs as being played in her live set, but still really nice music. No insert or anything to show, just the outer cover here. And her other vinyl is all sold out right now, just out of print, so I'll keep looking. She's got a new album coming out in the fall, and I have a feeling that's where a lot of her live set comes from, her new stuff. So once I'm sure I'll get a copy of that on vinyl when it does come out, and I'll show it on my channel. But anyway, Ami Dang, Amidang. Really, if you're into that kind of music and you just want to chill and listen to some crazy good sitar music, it's beautiful. Highly recommend. Also, we stayed in a hotel in Los Angeles, and we realized I didn't even like really research it that much. I just figured, we'll go check out this place when we're in LA, and if we have to drive or whatever to go, hopefully it's close by. Turns out it was like 3 blocks from the hotel, and that is the infamous Amoeba Records was right there. So we went and checked it out, of course, because I'm an addict and I have to go and check out all the record stores nearby. And Amoeba, of course, is like the mecca of record stores, at least out on the West Coast here. So anyway, I checked them out. Pretty overwhelming. You walk in and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot to take in. There's all their grails up on the walls everywhere. That was kind of fascinating, looking at all that stuff and seeing how much it costs to buy, whatever random record that's hard to get, and originals and all that kind of stuff. And but as far as like the records in the bins, the bands in the bins, I wasn't seeing a whole lot that I don't see here in my local Zia Records. I wasn't really that impressed, I guess, with the selection but I mean, what are they going to do? It's not like the old days where everything was new and you could pick up all the crazy great stuff on vinyl and it was all easy to find and pretty regular. And nowadays everything's sparse and rare and hard to get and out of print, and I don't know, it was hard for me to find anything that I was really excited to buy. But just as we were getting ready to leave, I just was going kind of alphabetical through all the stacks and came across this, and I'm like, okay, this is an album I've always wanted to get, and this is like $20 cheaper than what I usually see it at. So I went ahead and grabbed it, and it's the Xtcs Oranges and Lemons. They're, I don't know, when was that released? I've got it written down here, 1999. Fantastic album. XTC Skylarking is my favorite album, but this came out right after it, and it's really great. Just the production, the sound quality, the songwriting. This is a true double album. It's got a lot of songs on it and a lot of really great stuff. The vinyl sounds amazing. This is released on Andy's Ape House records that he's been doing these reissues on, and 200-gram vinyl. Sounds awesome. This album especially, just putting it on the turntable and listening in my room, and just the sound just surrounds you. It sounds like the band's right there in the room with you. And I know that happens with a lot of records, but this one is one of those that just really just so worth having on vinyl. The inner sleeves just show the catalog releases, these reissues that Andy's been putting out here, all the XTC stuff and some of the individual things that Andy Partridge has been releasing himself, Fuzzy Warbles and all those are Dukes of Stratosphere and all that stuff. So those are cool. The discs, there's 2 discs here, and there's the labels. Really nice heavyweight vinyl, sounds awesome. Ape House Records, XTC Oranges and Lemons. Really just more for the discounted price. I was just really excited to get that into my collection. The other record that I got there at Amoeba was one that I thought was hard to get, but when I got back and checked on Discogs, it turns out they've released a whole bunch of more copies of this, so now you can get it anywhere, and I didn't get a deal or price or whatever on it. It's just, it is what it is, but it's a great album, and it's XTC's Apple Venus Volume 1. Fantastic songs on this. Just really happy to have it on vinyl. Green Man is amazing. Harvest Festival. Love those songs especially. Just beautiful. This album cover is just so beautiful. This pressing again, 200-gram vinyl, inner sleeve lyrics and some photos there. The guys, and I don't know, I guess they hate each other now, so we won't probably seeing any new XTC records, but there's the vinyl, the labels there. Apple Venus Volume 1, XTC, one of my favorite bands. Just really happy to have that in my collection now. So that's it for Amoeba. So these other vinyl finds are just things that I've gotten in the past few weeks, and let's just go through them. Jesus Lizard, again, this is their first full-length album. And like I said before in earlier videos, their first 3 albums are the best. I love their first 3 albums. It's just fantastic music. Post-punk, just really angry, aggressive rock music. I just love them. Lyrics and some really disturbing artwork and more artwork on the back. There's the listen to the songs. What is this? Touch and Go Records. This has always been on Touch and Go Records as far as I remember. I had these on CD. This came out in 1990. Had this on CD, saw them on that tour, saw them on the Goat tour. I think I saw them on the Liar tour. Great band to see live. It comes with this insert here with kind of a story of the making of the album and just band, just anecdotes, I guess, about the band and such. Jesus Lizard, freaking great. This is the label for it, black vinyl. Jesus Lizard's Head, their first full-length album. Highly recommend, love them. This next one, this is a band that I've been talking about a little bit lately that I've always really liked, loved. The Cardigans. This is their 5th studio album, Long Gone Before Daylight. This album, this is their second to last album that they released. It's a real departure from their early stuff is more like really kind of bubblegum pop, like just really bright poppy alternative kind of music. Swedish band. This album kind of takes a turn, and it's a lot more mature. It's a lot more somber, moody, and it's not pop, like it's not punchy pop. It's more like alt. It's like alt rock, but with kind of a little bit of a alt country kind of feel to it. This is a really nice printing that they did with this record. Gatefold, really nice matte finish album cover, and the inner sleeves are just these really nice photos of the band, which I don't think I'd ever seen these photos before. I had the CD of this, and the CD does not come with these photos as far as I remember. 2 record set. Labels are here, black vinyl. I don't even know what label this is. Universal is the label it's on. And the songs that I recommend off this album, if you be so inclined to look into this release, Communication, the first song, and You're the Storm, the second song. Fantastic beginning to this album. And then one song that had just really grown on me, Feathers and Down. It's a pretty ordinary song, but for whatever reason, the guitar, there's a guitar solo, I guess. It's not really a solo because it's the Cardigans, but it's not like a heavy metal guitar solo, but it's just a really nice piece of guitar work in that song. And there's a couple of them. There's these little interludes where he just kind of cranks on the guitar a little bit. But the second one is just so like the song builds to this crescendo, and the guitars, I don't know, it sounds awesome. I listen to that song over and over and over again just for that little guitar part. And again, that song's called Feathers and Down. Anyway, so Cardigans, 5th album, Long Gone Before Daylight. Really nice stuff. I don't know, it's their last really good album to me. The one after that called Supergravity, not so great. And then they went off and did all their solo stuff right now. I think Nina Persson she put out a couple albums under A Camp, and then she also has a solo album under her own name. So anyway, next record. This is one I've wanted to have on vinyl because it sounds so great. The production's really good. This is not a fan, or it's not a critic, or I don't know, maybe it's a critical favorite, but fans were kind of upset with this album, thinking that she had sold out. This is Liz Phair's 4th album, self-titled. And yeah, it's a lot more produced than her earlier work, her first 3 albums, but it's got some really great songs on it. I don't know, I don't care. It sounds great to me. The songs, Extraordinary is good, Red Light Fever, Why Can't I, Rock Me, Favorite, and Friend of Mine. All fantastic songs to me as far as Liz Phair songs go. They're not as DIY sounding and indie sounding as their earlier stuff. It's definitely more produced, but it still sounds great, and she's got a great voice, and she writes good songs. At least she used to. I don't know about her last couple albums, they're a little shaky, but this is really good. Self-titled, Liz Phair, no inserts, just sleeves, whatever. Did I show the inside? I don't think I showed the inside of the gatefold. There's the labels there on the 2 records, and the gatefold's nice. It comes with just some photos of her and lyrics and such. So yeah, I don't know, I like this album. Sue me. Next one. Let's see. This is a record that I wanted to get, and it's popped up because I belong to their Facebook group, and it popped up as being available, and colored vinyl, special edition, all this stuff. And I went to go do it, and I had found out that my bank account or my bank card had been hacked, or somebody got a hold of it and I got some charge from Belarus or something. And so I declined the charge and talked to my bank, and they shut down my account. And sure enough, it had to wait like 3 or 4 or 5 days to get a new card, a new account number. So I was just doing cash. and missed out on this release because it sold out like almost immediately. So I thought, oh, I'll just get it, I guess, the next time. And sure enough, a few months later, they announced that they had more copies made. So I grabbed it. And this is the French band Yell. Love them. They are a French electronic pop, kind of alternative pop band. Not really pop music like it is here in America. It's quirky, funny, great. I don't know about funny. I don't understand any of their lyrics. It's not funny. It's just fun music. It's all sung in French by Julie, the singer here, and it's just fantastic music. I've always loved them. They've been around since like 2007, and they're still just putting out great albums. I saw them on this tour. The first time I saw them was on this tour, and then I saw them again for like a little in-between album tour that they were doing. And then they've got a new album, and they haven't toured for that yet here in the States, but I hope to see them when they do come around. Hopefully they'll come through Phoenix. And this is Complètement Fou is the name of the album. And the songs that I recommend off of this, Complètement Fou, I'm going to butcher these because I don't speak French. Coco Sans Boulet, Jeune Fille Garnement, I believe. There's some other ones too, but those are like the main hits for me off this album. So that's the inside gatefold, and that's the back of the album. The insert, it's got lyrics in French, of course, because they don't sing in English, and it's on clear vinyl. So that's Yell with Complètement Fou. That came out in 2014. Check them out if you like quirky, fun, electronic music sung in French. This next one, on a more somber note, really tragic, the death of Taylor Hawkins. I'm not a huge Foo Fighters fan, but I do like this album a lot. There's Nothing Left to Lose. This is their third album. The first one that Taylor performed on. I think he was in one of the videos for the album previous to this, but he didn't play on that record. He did play on this one, and they won a Grammy. They won their first Grammy for a rock album for this one. I don't give a crap about Grammys, but it is a good album. It's got Live in Skin and Ain't It the Life and MIA. Those are my favorites. They're not the singles, but they're my favorites. Aurora is a good song too. Released on double vinyl. No insert, which is kind of weird, so no information about the record or lyrics or anything like that, but still a great album. R.I.P. Taylor Hawkins. It's a real tragic loss, definitely. This last one here is finally me getting a good copy of this album. This is a Dutch pressing, original pressing, 1986, of The Cure's Standing on the Beach. This is the best of record that they released. I remember having this on cassette back in the day, back in high school, and really glad to have this on vinyl. It's got one of my favorite songs of theirs, Charlotte Sometimes, which is not an album release. It was a single only, and it appears on this. I think the first time it appeared was on this, other than, the singles, 7 inches and 12 inches maybe, but as far as albums go, this is the first time I think it's appeared. And it's got all the classics, Forest and The Walk and Caterpillar, In Between Days, Close to Me, all the Killing an Arab, Primary, I don't know, it's got all of them. It's got all the hits. But I really wanted this for Charlotte Sometimes, but I also really wanted this because it just takes me back to high school and having this, and I would take the cassette with me to parties and play it on the boombox and for everybody to enjoy, even though they probably all wanted to listen to Boston or Journey or whatever. They needed to hear some of this as well. So really nice, clean copy. Album sounds great, sounds like new. It's on Polydor, Fiction Polydor, Dutch release again. Just really happy to have that, and I didn't get ripped off again. So that's awesome. Got it off of Discogs. Happy birthday to Doolittle today. On this day, back in 1989, Doolittle was released. So happy birthday to Doolittle, my favorite Pixies album, one of my favorite all-time albums. check it out if you don't know the Pixies. This is the way into their music, I think. This would be the first one to grab. It's available out there, so snatch it up before it's gone. Pixies, Doolittle, happy birthday. And happy Easter, everybody. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Love you guys, and I'll be back soon. See you.